But so, at the end of the weekend, everybody left. And, after we all just sat there frying out, sinking in the sand, everybody left. I was the last one to leave, and my van did the same thing. It sank into the sand. Who would have thought, big old heavy van and loose sand wouldn't agree with each other. But I was the last one to go, so I'm just there by myself. Like, I'm spinning the tires, and I'm throwing debris under the tires, trying to get traction. I wish I was the guy that knew those kind of things. Just, we're just gonna leverage. You could put some weight on this opposite angle, and then the rear differential, that's actually gonna go counterclockwise unless you grab traction. I'm not that guy. I had to look up on the internet what to say for that part of the bit. The guy was like, they're going, but they're not going. It's around, but not forward. I'm just the guy who just is sweaty holding his phone, like, Usually there's a lot of answers. This. And I did. I looked at my phone. Had fantastic service out there. Go figure. Verizon. Hey, what are you, in the middle of nowhere? Full bars. Hey, you in an actual city where you live and conduct business? Why don't you suck our dicks? So that's... It's an odd choice for them to do that way. But I had full bar. I'm like, all right. I called AAA. I don't know. I've been paying them shits for years. I think, and I don't call them for the little things. Flat tire, do it myself. Ran out of gas, do it myself. I think I can call the big favor on them. So I'm like, all right, now AAA. And they're like, where are you located? I'm like, it's out there. Because we weren't even in the part of the national park where there were still rangers. We were just out in the mafia burial ground. So I was just like, there's not a lot of numbers out here. Unless you want to count cow skulls, I'll drop a pin and we'll see if that works. And to their credit, dropped a pin within an hour. I saw a little white AAA van just bopping along the dirt road that I came in on. Just come to bring, and I could see, because there's a van, so it's a big windshield, I could see from a distance the guy behind the wheel was just like... His window is down. The first thing he said, he just goes, I can't do anything. And I was like, I know, but now you're here. And two heads better than one. And so he was pissed, but he's obligated. So then we were just hanging out. Two of us were just leaning on his van, looking at my van. Neither one of us having any answers. And finally, after a while, he just goes, I can call Garrett. He gave me no context to who Garrett. He just said it like that's how we're gonna do it. We'll call Garrett. Does Garrett work for AAA too? Maybe Garrett has an independent towing company. Maybe Garrett has a gun, and he's gonna come out and he's gonna put a bullet in my head, and you guys are gonna split whatever you get for selling my van. And you can tell me that plan now like a supervillain, because you know, like, oh, you're gonna die. Let me tell you exactly how. But I have no choice but to be optimistic, so I'm like, oh, Garrett? Yeah. Shit, I mean, I don't know him, but that's a strong name. That's a guy who gets something done. Garrett will get it done. I don't know what it is, but he'll do it. I fuck Garrett, yeah. And this guy wasn't having my shit. He goes, he's got a 350. And I'm like, oh, man, maybe we can get like a 400? I don't know. What are we talking? I don't know. If these numbers are important, can you get more of the numbers? He's also got a Cummins. I'm like, what's that? Hope that's a go inside. He wasn't into the truck humor. He wasn't feeling it. So he shuffled off, and he called Garrett. And within 20 minutes, this Mad Maxian cloud just appeared on the horizon, just tearing at us as if born of the setting sun. This was the phoenix that was Garrett. And he was coming right at us. Now, you know national parks are very precious about them, and as they should be. They're trying to preserve that shit. But you get there, and they're not screwing around. They're like, stay on the trail. Leave no trace. Pack in what you pack out. Don't look at any of the animals in the face. They can't know you're here. Actually, we'd prefer it if you left. That should be the slogan for national parks. Welcome to your national parks. We'd prefer it if you left. You're really only harming this beautiful place. Garrett was not adhering to those rules. Garrett was a firm believer in the concept that the quickest way between 2 points was a straight line. So he was driving as the crow flies. Save for a couple swerves into the namesake shrubs. There was a couple deliberate moves where I could see Garrett was driving like somebody named Joshua had just fucked his mother. And he was taking it out on your tax-funded public land. There was a couple hard jerks of the wheel where you could tell he's like, just because your dick's in her doesn't mean I'm calling you dad. So that's what was tearing at us. And I could see it was a truck. Of course, truck. Give me a truck. I want a truck. Taller than that. Taller. Give me another one. Put it on top of that one. Tall. Now wide. Make it a dually. Thick. I want a thick truck. I want a truck with sexy hips. I want a juicy, curvy truck. I love my curvy truck. Give me a thick, tall, leggy, curvy truck with a big ass, a breedable ass. Big, wide, breedable ass. Something I can hang on to when we slow dance. Give me a big, thick, curvy, but nuts. Put nuts on it. Make sure there's nuts. Dangle some nuts. Dangle some little nuts off that fuckable ass. Thick truck, thick, curvy truck with nuts. Yeah, she'll do. She'll do. I got her parked around back. She'll tow it. Don't tell me you don't understand pronouns at that point when you got a big curvy truck with nuts that you call she and her. How can one thing be a they? Look at your truck, dude. You white trashed yourself into being progressive. You didn't even know it. And it was tall, and I get lift kits. I understand that there's some utility to having a lift kit, especially out there. You need ground clearance. But you know that some of these dudes that are getting lift kits, like they are just using altitude to hide from alimony payments. You can tell that some of those guys have, you're probably here now. You know what you did. You concocted your own legal loophole where you can't serve me papers if you can't reach me, dude. That's the law. That's just the law. That's the law. Just laying flat in the cab whenever baby mamas come around looking for money. Fuck, she's still out there, dude. Fuck, what money, Charisse? Look at this exhaust system. I don't have any money. That's what's coming at me. As it gets close, I can see that there's graphics on the truck. He's got graphics. And it's like a graphics, like a wrap. And it's the front of it. That's all I can see so far. It's skulls. Skulls. Yeah, skulls. I get it. Skulls. They're unicorns for dudes. Skulls. Now I can see the side. I see that the skull wrap, it gives away. It didn't like fade to the next day. It was like clawed away. It was like the bald eagle came and like, you experienced the justice. And then, because then the back half was it was all text. It was all like script, whatever font the Constitution's written in. I don't know what it's called, Patriot Sans or whatever, but that was all over the curvy hips of the truck. And I'm like right away I'm assuming probably 2A, probably Second Amendment. That's the kind of thing you see on this truck. Never really championing the First Amendment. You never see a bumper sticker on a truck like that that's just like, sing your truth. It's never that. It's usually some sort of come and take it type situation. So I'm reading it, but as I'm reading it, I don't see anything about right to bear arms or, defend. I just see shall prevent against illegal search and seizure and personal property and all that stuff. I'm like, that's the Fourth Amendment. My man Garrett has his truck wrapped in the Fourth Amendment. And that's when I realized something very specific had happened to Garrett. You don't just cherry pick. You're not just like, I'm an American, pick one, I don't care, wrap it up, dude. Something went wrong with Garrett for him to be like Fourth Amendment. So that he got busted selling reptile eggs on the dark web. But he found a flaw in the warrant and decided he could defend himself in court. That's the best I could come up with. He just showed up and just, say it chill. Well, respectfully, Your Honor, okay, the warrant is looking for Bolivian salamanders. And if I could point you to Exhibit A, the evidentiary photographs, and you do not see any Bolivian salamander eggs here, do you? I'm not to the untrained eye, but I can tell you that these are Honduran geckos. Now that is a similar spotting for any people out there that's a similar spotting, but these are legal, and I believe the 13 to 18 of the lower the states that are stuck together. As long as I fill out the proper paperwork at the post office. Ergo, Your Honor, respectfully, this whole thing should be thrown out. Ergo. Respectfully. And you could tell she had just had enough. She's like, that's the third time this week, Garrett. No, God damn it. $75 fine. And that's what just sent him over the edge. Like, not in my America. Hell no. You do not tread on me. I will not be treadeth upon. You're treading on me. I don't want to be treaded on. Just fucking wrap the truck. Fourth Amendment. I'm not putting up with this shit no more. Fucking, you do not tread on me. Nobody tread. By the way, I do have the rattlesnake eggs from the Don't Tread on Me flag, but hit me up on my Hotmail because the feds are monitoring my Yahoo account, all right? I'm still just making up the story. I've not met Garrett yet. First impression I have of Garrett were his feet. I saw his feet because I was on the passenger side. I was eye level with the step rail. First thing I saw of Garrett was underneath. I couldn't see into the truck. I could see underneath the truck. I saw two little dangling slip-on Vans tennis shoes. That's what I saw. Just out there, just looking for the ground. Just, And for all the details, I do not remember the size of Garrett. I don't remember because all I know is that if you have to exit your vehicle like you're leaving a treehouse, you're gonna look like a little fella. You're gonna look tinier than you really are. But I kind of liked him right away because he had to take that leap of faith to get out of there. And he did it, even without seeing him, I could see it was a good attitude because the way he came down with a real ha-ha, here's Garrett. Like a real ginger outlook on him. I liked it. So he came around the front. And this is the first time now I'm seeing Garrett in his full form. And he had this look. You probably know this look out here. It's very much a West Coast kind of look. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like LA gangster, but then it's also like white trash kind of dude. But like suicidal tendencies meets Supercross kind of look. Like, it's the tall socks and the long shorts, but then it's a Monster Energy shirt or some sort of energy drink. And then, but like the kind of guy that you could tell, even if he only spent one night in jail for a DUI, still like saying like, back when I was incarcerated, like they love something about the hard C and incarcerated. Oh man, when I was incarcerated, like you were there for 12 hours. And then the face is always too young for that. And I'm still scared of that look. Whatever age, I don't care, because even if you're not tough, you're still crazy. You still have like a sleeve tattoos and you do weird flips on motorcycles. I'm not gonna fight you. You know you have butterfly knives that you're clumsy with, but we'll still take them out. Fucking what, bro? What? Flurry of chrome, dude. Flurry of chrome. And then the neck up, it's always too young of a face. It's a goatee, but you could tell it's a goatee that they dream that it was bigger. You could tell they asked Jesus for it. They're like, at night, just, please. Doink. Oh, thank you. And the part that throws me off the most is that there's always a flat brim ball hat that's way too big. It always looks like a Peanuts character wearing it. and then they tuck their ears into the side. Do you guys know this look I'm talking about? All right, the ear thing throws me off the most. Because the rest of it, like, all right, kind of a gnarly, desert tweaker, mountain weirdo, I get it. But then the ears and the hat thing is always like, now that's like real Rudy vibes that undermine the whole toughness of the rest of it. Because like kind of tough, tough. And then up here, it's just like, coach says, once I grow into the uniform, I'm gonna be a real scrapper. And that's so confusing. Either way, that's who stood before me. This was Garrett. And he didn't waste any time. He goes, that's your van? I'm like, yeah. He's like, fucking sick. And went, he just had chains, got right back into his truck, got in, rolled some coal, pulled me right back onto the dirt road. Yeah. And that was it. That happened that fast. And I was like, oh shit, this is great. I'm saved. What I realized then is that we had not discussed payment yet. Yeah, we didn't go over that part. Now I'm in the desert and I owe a stranger a favor. And it's not often that later in life you get to have a new kind of fear. But I was like, uh-oh, we didn't talk about money. I don't have cash, and I don't have grass. I guess what I have right now is a very open mind. But I did have credit cards. Garrett's like, he's like, $200. I was like, oh, do you take credit cards? He goes, I'll take your credit cards. I meant his payment, not his just strong arm robbery. He's like, no, I got a square for my phone to swipe. I'm like, of course you do. It's great service out here, of course. Full bars, yeah, okay. But he's like, $200. I'm like, there's no way it's gonna be $200. Just tell me what you're gonna buy when you steal my credit card information. I'll get it for you. I don't wanna reset PIN numbers. Just put together an Amazon wish list like a porn star. I owe you. Let me hook you up. That was it. It was $200. There's no discrepancies on my credit card statements, and he got me out of there. And that's the end of that story, and it should be a good end. It is a good end, in theory. Well, the reason it's not a good end is because now I can't judge dudes like Garrett anymore. And that sucks. At 45, you want to be like, I'm set in my ways. I got things figured out. Now all of a sudden, I can't judge a book by its cover anymore. And that's a drag. That's my safe place in this world. That's where I feel comfortable, is walking around thinking I got everybody figured out, and so fuck them. That's how I feel good. Look at you. You dress like an asshole. I bet your kids don't love you. Oof, you got a girl pregnant in high school. Thank God I'm better than everybody around me. But no, now Garrett has to come along and flip the script on me, and now I gotta sit behind those trucks on the highway and think, like, instead of wanting to see him flip over and burst into flames, I'm like, you might be saving an asshole like me from dying in the middle of nowhere. Godspeed, Garrett. I don't know what to tell you. And it's weird because I think the world wants me to learn this lesson. It's a bad character trait to be judgmental like that. And I know that. I'm still that way. Garrett, that was part one of the lesson. I think part two is the fact that at 45, I don't know if it's age or if it's different medications that I'm on now because of my various ailments, I always have some pee in my pants. That's just as sure as rain's wet, I'll tell you. Not enough to go to the doctor, but enough to keep me humble, so I leave it there. I leave it there because I want to be a better person. It's like just a $50 worth at all times. I don't want it there. I shake twice, and then I strangle it a little bit, like it owes me money. Like, we're not gonna do the drip again. Nah, boss man, nah. And as soon as I put it back in my pants, complete betrayal. Just a 3-lick little cat bath right in the front of my underpants. Like, meow, meow, meow. Just right there on the front. Like, yes. Cold tip, permanent cold tip. So between Garrett and that, I think the universe is trying to keep me in line, because I'll revert to that kind of way where I'm like, look at this asshole over here. Oh, I bet you got a girl knocked up in high school and then you never talked to her again. And then some part of my brain's like, you think he's got some pee in his pants right now? Like, you know what? Probably not. I don't know anything about you. You don't know anything about me. Let's just get on in this world and be okay with each other.